It's the new hit list on 102.7 Kiss FM. And I got Gavin Magnus here.
Hello. Thank you for having me.
Welcome back.
Thank you. It's been, I think, exactly 4 years ago, 2 days ago. So I was here 4 years ago, like 2 days ago. What's that? It's the 24th.
That's crazy.
So I think the 22nd I was here. So.
And you were here with JoJo.
Yes.
Well, now welcome to the new hit list.
Thank
We're
you
so
for having
excited
me.
to get to know you. We're excited about your new song.
Of course.
So a lot of people know you from your social media content. You have millions of followers across every single platform. Your content, first of all, very entertaining. I spent a little bit last night watching.
Thank you.
It seems like you film almost every aspect of your life, and you're a content creator. How is that? How does that feel?
It's cool. You know, I've been doing that for about 7 years now.
Wow.
Just filming, every single aspect of my life, whether that's music or just creating content or filming for a YouTube video or just making content a part of my everyday life has been something that I've definitely capitalized on and definitely made a big part of my life. So,
how do you come up with new content every single day?
I mean, usually me and my mom, my mom's the biggest helper ever. She's so shout out to my mom. I know she's outside somewhere, so shout out to her. But every day we wake up, I just go downstairs and she's like, "Oh, I have some great ideas that we could do." And I'm like, "Oh,
Wow.
Sick. Here's the ideas I have too." And then we just kind of mash with ideas and
Yeah.
we clash heads because we think very similarly. So whenever we both have ideas, we can orchestrate them really well.
Yeah.
So.
It's amazing that it seems like you have a very strong family and a very supportive family. And I love that you and your mom are so close and, you guys bounce ideas off of each other. How did you even get into all of this? Was it her who pushed you into it or did you...
Well, no. So when I was about 9 years old, I got my first camera because I just loved being in the spotlight. I loved being in front of the camera. I got my first little vlog camera because I was watching YouTubers and I was like, "Oh, I want to do this. I want to be a vlogger. I want to be a content creator." So I was going to school and I would go in the bathroom at times and I would just vlog and be like, "Guys, I'm at school," and this and that. Eventually, which led to me being kicked out and getting all sorts of punishments for school.
You got kicked out? Wait, we can't skim past that. What? What happened?
So, I would go in the bathrooms all the time, and I would be recording and vlogging, kids would tell. And then I would also, I would have my camera recording in my backpack, during class, because I would be like, "Oh, my mom, the teachers are so mean to me." And she'd be like, "What do they say?" And I'd be like, "Oh, next time I'll go, I'll record it for you." So I would put my camera in my backpack and leave it recording and, try to expose the teachers. And, it just didn't end well for me, so.
And they said, "You are out of here."
Yeah. But yeah, I just started as filming videos of myself at a super young age, and then one day we were in the Chick-fil-A drive-thru, and I was like, "Mom, I wanna be a singer," and she was just like, "Okay, let's do it.
Okay.
Let's do it." And I was like, "Okay," and then I met a very special man, Drew Lane over here, and then we made our first song, "Crushin'," when I was 12 years old.
Wow.
And ever since then, every music video I've released, I think that one got 30-something million views in very short amount of time. So ever since then, it was just. It was up from there.
Yeah, I mean, you've done something that takes a lot of people years to do, and you're only, how old are you?
I'm 16.
16.
Yeah.
That doesn't happen at all.
No, yes.
And the fact that you have such a loyal and such a strong fan base, how were you able to do that?
I think consistency. Consistency is a big part of everything that I do, but I think a lot of it also has to do with when you have an audience, keeping in touch with them is super important. I'm always DMing fans back or responding to comments, keeping the engagement going and letting them know and treating them like normal people and responding to them and talking to them, asking them how their day was. Or when I go live on platforms, I guest them sometimes. So I think it's all just about being consistent on what you post and making sure you have an actual relationship and connection with your fans and people who actually support you and keep your career afloat. So
yeah,
I think that's just a big important part of it.
But do you also sometimes wish that you had a normal life? Because I'm sure because you have so many followers across so many platforms, you're not a normal 16-year-old. Okay. You probably get recognized on the street. And do sometimes you wish that, man, I wish I could just go to the park by myself or go to the mall and with my two friends and not it be a big spectacle?
Yes and no, because sometimes I think about that when certain situations happen. I mean, it really depends. But then again, I always kind of zoom out and look at it from the bigger picture and be like, then again, this is what I asked for. This is the career path I chose. This is what I wanted to do since I was little. And I knew going into it years and years before that if things did ever make it big, which thankfully they did, that would be what happened. So I was kind of I was kind of prepared for it.
Yeah.
And you know, it's manageable for me. I don't mind it.
Yeah,
yet,
and you seem like you
so.
love it. You seem like you love connecting with your fans. You love the exchange that you guys have. When it comes to vlogging and being on social media, obviously you have to be super transparent and vulnerable about your life, but also you kind of have to do that in your music. Do you feel like it's harder to be more vulnerable in your music writing or when it comes to like YouTube and vlogging?
I would say like YouTube and vlogging, because like when it comes to that, it's more of like a upbeat kind of like positive thing. But with music, I can kind of like dig deep and dive into like my real emotions and how I feel and what really goes on in my life and the things that I experience mentally, physically, all those sorts of things. And it's just a lot easier to come across in music for me because it's just like a safe place for me. It's like somewhere where you can just kind of express your emotions and people will listen to it and relate to it rather than just going on camera and just like talking about how you feel, making it into like a beautiful art, which is music, and making a great song out of it.
Yeah. For the people who are just now discovering you and your music, can you tell us about your music?
Yes. So I'm Gavin Magnus. I make pop/hip hop music, and I just released a new album, which is out now, and I would appreciate it if you guys check it out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the song that we are playing on Kiss is called Lonely, correct?
Yes.
Tell us everything about the song.
So that song I actually made with a great producer named K-Thrash. Shout out to him, and Matt McAndrew. We wrote that song probably close to a year ago, and when I released it, I was like, I knew that like the song was really good, but like you never know what a song, how it's going to perform
right
when you release it. Or you never know how people are exactly going to react to it. But the song did so amazing that like I was like kind of in shock. I think it has like 40,000 videos on YouTube Shorts and like 100 million views or something crazy like that. And it went like super viral on TikTok a little bit. Definitely on YouTube Shorts. It popped off there. But I think just like working towards getting the song out there made it so much bigger than it is, especially because I released the song independently. So it was just it was a super cool experience. And
what
it was
about
a great
this?
song.
Sorry, what about this song? Do you think is the reason why people connected with it so much? Because people, do you think it's the beat? Do you think it's the lyrics?
I think it's the lyrics.
Okay.
I've been pretty open like in my past about like my relationships and the ex-girlfriends I've had. Shout out to all of them. And I think people listen to that and they can relate to it, and people also just like listening to me talk about my relationship. So
yeah,
I think it's just something that everybody can relate to no matter what. So
yeah. What makes you different than any other artist that's already out there? Why should people listen to Gavin Magnus?
You should listen to Gavin Magnus because I'm 16 years old and I had my first viral music video when I was 12 years old. I'm still going, and I'm 16 with a lot of tattoos.
Oh, I see that.
There's a lot of things that make me different. So I think you should definitely go check out some of my stuff.
Yeah.
You don't have to, but I would appreciate it.
You're going on tour, right?
Yes.
And you're going to be in LA in February. What can people expect from your show?
Ooh, I'm glad you asked. So February 13th, I'm doing the LA show, and then the 19th, we have the New York show, which are both going to be amazing. So if anybody's watching, you're in either of those areas, get some tickets. But no, it's going to be awesome. We have a bunch of like great openers. I'm super excited to headline. I've been in and out of rehearsals all this week and last week, doing some choreography, some vocal lessons, doing my warm-ups.
You be dancing or whatever?
Yeah, a little bit. We're getting into it. I guess you're just going to have to wait and see and come to the show, but it's going to be a lot of fun. I'm super excited.
What's the vibe that people are going to get when they are going to your show?
The vibe, positive vibes, upbeat, just turn up, have fun, and be happy.
Yeah. What can we expect from you in 2024?
In 2024, you can expect a lot of music. I want to drop another album this year. I definitely want to make this year just like my music year, like just a complete year of focusing and really honing in on that aspect of my life, because it's something that I've really been trying to get out there more and transition into and make that just like my only things.
Yeah. Well, the music is fire. We can't wait for more. This is the new hit list, and we love to promote artists who are not very well known. So what are some artists that are on your playlist, or some songs that are on your playlist that you think that people should know about?
That I think people should know about? Ooh, that's a good question. Yeah. I've been listening to a lot of different music lately. I've been listening to a lot of Lil Peep recently. He's a big artist though. That's a good question. I've been listening to a lot of break-ins. I kind of got into like that little like hyper pop little genre. I'm not sure though. There's a lot of people I listen to.
Okay. Well, we appreciate you for hanging out.
Thank
we
you
love
for having
this
me.
song. Go listen to it on the iHeartRadio app and come back and visit us again.
Will do. Thank you for having me.
It's Kiss FM.